This is Pam from NortheastWheelsEvents.com at the 2021 GM Nationals over here in Carlisle. We're checking out the Cadillacs. This, of course, is a sweet little V. What I love is a V wagon. I mean, this made no sense whatsoever. GM, in their infinite wisdom, and this is probably one of the real rare ones with a manual transmission. Fantastic. About time you identify it. Gee, hold on one second. Still has a new car smell. This is delightful. With 3 pedals. Can you imagine Cadillac with a manual transmission with this much horsepower and in a wagon? What a rare bird. Absolute rare bird. Let's keep going down the line here. Again, this is beautiful. Hang on one second.
It wasn't easy. I pulled it off. So
Excuse me,
my
one.
dealer was impressed, and my dealer even went with me to the factory and watched me make it, and he was pretty ecstatic more than I was. I've been to the factories. So it has no sunroof. It's got the 6-speed manual, Recaro, no bling, has painted wheels, not painted calipers, and it doesn't have an Alcantara, doesn't have the wood, doesn't have any of the bling.
That's awesome. So,
and there's a car that if you parked it right next to it, you'd say, "Oh, they're the same." They're not.
no, because that's probably got a sunroof and everything.
No, it's exactly the same. And you could spend probably an hour looking over the cars. I open the hood and everything. You're still not going to figure it out. Except you look at the order code, and my dealer said, "Why are you ordering that?" And I said, "Trust me, that has the block heater."
It has
the
a
other guy
what?
didn't get the block heater.
It's a block heater.
Ah!
See? That made it a 1 of 1. So that other guy should be happy too, because it's like, your car's a 1 of 1 also.
Because he did.
Yeah.
So how many manual wagon V
508.
wagons? 508.
4 years.
That is amazing. And you special ordered this through
That's
the
not
factory?
easy. You can walk into a dealer and say, "I'd like to order a car," and they look at you and they said, "So would we," because the dealer has to have an allocation.
Right, correct.
And my dealer did not have an allocation, but I've got some very good staff abilities. It took me like 2 days, about 4 hours, and I found the number for the factory, and it turned out it was the number of the person I needed to talk to. And my kind of like just talking to them, and I got some other collector cars. And the next thing you know, I call my dealer up, and he goes, "Hey, your car got preferenced." It's like, and I go, "Well, maybe that's because I talked to the factory." It's just luck. It really is. It's serendipity. Because the thing was, the dealers were hedging their bets, and they delayed ordering the cars.
Mm-hmm.
They got left. They cut off the orders and production early.
Oh my
They
God.
got left with allocations.
What year is this?
That's a 2014.
2014.
Last year built.
Very good.
This was built in November of 2013. Took
Wow.
delivery in January of 2014.
Jeez. I know when Road and Track test drove a manual transmission wagon, they said we're probably going to be one of 6.
Yeah. Well, one of them, I can't remember if it was Road and Track or Car and Driver or whatever, they actually went to the factory and helped build one, and they had it for like a year or so, and they were just they had to pry it out of their hands.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just loved it.
I mean, why did GM come out with such a magnificent car as a Cadillac? Why couldn't they put it in as a Chevy?
What platform would it have been? I mean, for me, it would have been the Caprice. I have the
Yeah.
Caprices. They only built those through '96.
Right.
And if the '97 had occurred, it would have had the LT4 in it with the manual transmission. Some guys are LT5. Some guys went actually and converted it and actually put the bigger engine and the LT4 and the 6-speed manual in.
Yeah.
So it's a
Crazy.
shame.
What a shame, because this is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. But it's great that they did build it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I also love the idea that, look at the t-shirt you're wearing, Cadillac Racing.
Well,
who'd have thunk?
Cadillac invites me to bring the car out to the races.
Good.
It's a really good deal. It used to be only V's could come.
Right.
And you have to pay some money, but it's just an incredible deal.
Yeah.
And now they've opened it up at any Cadillac. If you own a Cadillac, you can come, and it's easy to find. You go on the website, and it's pretty cool.
That's
So,
smart.
You get
That's
the VIP
good.
thing. You get the catered. You get to meet the drivers. You get to go to the pits. It's really, really cool.
That's nice.
And that's
Thank you.
Capaldi's son. He was working with them, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
excellent.
it's a good deal. They have a pretty good relationship, and get free T-shirts.
Hey, there you go. Worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks.
coming out. Appreciate that. This
Thank you
is
for chatting with me.
this is beautiful. This is what's interesting is that GM did some really funky stuff and really great. Cadillac is really there, but they just did not take hold. What's strange is that if you look at the styling, okay, I want you to note the styling. It's a nice looking car, but look at the difference. This is bold already. This is really nice.
Make sure to get the fronts of both cars. Yep. Go ahead.
Big smile.
Yep.
Yeah, take a look. You know you're driving a Cadillac there. That's the difference, okay? When they shrank it down, I mean, look at the size difference. This was crazy when they went this small. It's insane. Now that, of course, is the downsize, but it's a reasonable size. You go back to our earlier, this is about 67, 68. I just gotta double check my year here. Let's see. 66, sorry. That's right, 67 went into a more shark fin. Look at this beautiful interior. You knew what you were driving. You knew what you were driving. Okay, this is DeVille drop top. Beautiful. The evolution was fantastic. This is the newer car. You can see the way how just the fins. I gotta pull the fins because we just compared the fins. Alright, there you go. You can see the difference. There's your 66. This is your 68. You see the differences? I mean, it's evolutionary. We started getting a plasticky interior. I was not thrilled with that. This has a bit of work on the motor, but beautiful, beautiful cars. You knew what you were driving. Check out the 47. This was such a revelation in its own way. This is running, of course, the Flathead 8 V8. This has a 246 Flathead V8. This cost $2,500 or $2,446 when new. This was their fastback design. This is an automatic. Note the push button radio. Is that beautiful? That's all faux wood around. Give you an idea what the back looks like. Check that out. And you can see how high that rear window is. What a view. What a view. I love the pontoon fenders, and the innovation was running into the doors. The styling was coming up. But I want to highlight one of the hallmark Cadillac features. The fin was starting, just sprouting. And by the way, you notice the way how that's misaligned? That's because that's the gas flap. Don't tell anybody, but look at this fastback design. Again, this is Pam from NortheastWheelsEvents.com at the 2021 GM Nationals, checking out the Cadillacs. For more cool events like this, make sure you check NortheastWheelsEvents.com, SoutheastWheelsEvents.com, UKWheelsEvents.com, and don't forget to post your events on the calendar. If you like this video, by the way, make sure you click subscribe. I'll see you at the shows.